Hello everyone, I want to make these videos really quick and short, and unfortunately I won't have time to give any gameplay footage, but I want to go over it for anyone that's curious of some of these games. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Thank you. Alright, one game that's been very criticized last year, and some people claim it was one of the worst games of 2008. I'm serious, some people did claim this. Was Alone in the Dark. 360. There was a PS3 version actually released. However, that was released in October at least around. So yeah, very late. And also a PS2 and a Wii version. But unfortunately, the reviewers say it sucks. Guess what? That is a fact by now. Those reports suck. So we're gonna focus on the Xbox 360 version. First off, I want to talk about the storyline. Many people like to criticize the game for it doesn't have 5 at the end of its title. So, some people make a little small complaint like that. I don't know why they do that, but okay. And the storyline isn't that bad, I will admit. It's actually pretty interesting. But the ending is a huge fucking cliffhanger. Let's put it this way. Anyone remember beating Halo 2 and you're thinking, oh my god, this is so awesome, what's gonna happen next? And they fucking end it there on a cliffhanger? Exactly. That was one of the most biggest cliffhangers in some video games ever. I don't care what gamer you are, if you're a hardcore, not hardcore, casual, that is one of the biggest cliffhangers in any video game you could ever find or play or watch. The next thing I want to talk about is well, some of the glitches that happen in the game. Now, people say that these glitches happen almost thoroughly. When I mean thoroughly, I use that term loosely, because they claim it's always happening. Guess what, people? It's not always fucking happening. Stop making shit up. It's only happening at very few occasions. And when I say very few, I mean like there's going to be a 99.1% chance of ever the major ones happening. I will admit though, I've seen some of the glitches. I have to admit, I've seen the glitches before. But, and yes, they are somewhat a big problem, but they aren't the biggest problem. They don't ever fucking happen. Because I will admit, I saw a glitch myself. I jumped over a table, I launched out of the building, outside, into a desolate area, and I died from hitting the ground. Yeah, it was kind of weird, but okay. But, point is, the glitches don't happen much. Stop whining about it. Next, I wanted to go over is the controls. People say the controls are terrible. In my honest thoughts, the controls aren't that bad. Yes, at the beginning, you might think, oh my god, it's a little bit difficult to control over. But once you actually play the game, and you actually play more of it, you'll get used to them eventually. Like, whatever you do, if you're planning on playing Alone in the Dark, do not play any other game. Just play Alone in the Dark a lot, and you'll get the controls. It'll be fucking easy as hell to understand. Next to talk about this game is the music. I will admit the music is very awesome. In fact, almost every version of the Xbox 360 version is the soundtrack edition, and this is almost one of the most common versions, along with the regular version. So if you ever see it at GameStop, the soundtrack edition, buy it if you wish, because honestly, the music is damn great. Another reason you should buy this game is, well, the gameplay. Overall, I think the gameplay is actually pretty interesting, and it feels actually like a survival horror game. It could even bring some people thinking about it back to its first roots of Alone in the Dark, the original. In this game, everyone complained about that you cannot kill the enemies with your gun. That's the problem. Why the fuck are people complaining? This is what happens when we make too many Halo clones and some other shitty-ass clones from shooter games, people. We do not need any more of those fucking people that say, oh, why can't you kill them with the gun? No. You kill them with fire. That is the fun part. You have to find ways to make fire appear. You can either use the bottle, be just like that, or be creative and make a sticky bomb. You could be creative like that, like people. I mean, unless you're uncreative and you can't fucking think of something that's actually interesting, then why the fuck are you playing this game? That's one thing I Alone in the Dark that's really fun about it. that it really likes to make the players have let players have spread out their imagination and think about other ways to kill enemies. Like, you can, if like, there's an enemy, like, uh-oh, that guy's pretty tough to kill. Oh, I know, I'll make fire bullets and I'll make a sticky bomb so I can weaken him up and then I'll shoot him and I'll find his, like, weak spots. So, yeah, it's a nice way to help out the player. And it's interesting ideas to kill enemies with. And some of the evil roots you find in the game can require the players to think about ways how to kill it. So one of those involve putting a bomb on a car, driving the car, jumping out of the car, and then it'll blow up if you're lucky enough. And when I say lucky, I use that term loosely because I'm sure you'll get it. But overall, the gameplay, I don't see what really, the controls and the gameplay really don't have much of a problem with me. I will admit, though, the driving can use a little bit of work. A little bit of work. I will admit, so the crashing and the driving is kind of bullshit. And pretty much all around the driving is not very unique and fun. It is alright to drive around the Central Park, I'll give it that. But, meh, oh well. I guess they can just fix the driving a little bit, and they might help people out. But overall, I would say Alone in the Dark definitely deserves, in my book, a 4.9 out of 5. And before you say, what the fuck, a 4.9? Yes, a 4.9. And that's only because of one little complaint. And honestly, it's more of a fault, but more than a complaint. But, and that complaint's honestly, it's not gameplay, it's not the graphics, it's not the sound, it's no replayability. It's because of the one thing. The one thing is the ending. That cliffhanger fucking pissed me off. I just was pissed off. Atari, I hope you make a sequel, and I hope people like it. This is SJ, signing out. Stay tuned for more special reviews like this, guys. See ya.